Early morning, October 3rd, 1982. Transportation history is being made. These scientists and backyard Leonardo da Vinci's are about to test the latest designs in human-powered vehicles. Some may look like bicycles, but they're born in a wind tunnel and have more in common with jet airplanes. Streamlining makes these the most efficient vehicles ever devised to carry a human being over the face of the earth. The competitions sponsored by the International Human-Powered Vehicle Association have unleashed a torrent of invention and clearly show that there's untapped potential in the joining of man and machine. One example, when Brian Allen pedaled the Gossamer Albatross across the English Channel, he caught the imagination of the world. That historic flight was the brainchild of Dr. Paul McCready. Dr. McCready, who is the international president of the IHPVA, is a staunch believer in the value of human-powered vehicles.
If you want to move somebody around at commuting speed, say 35 miles an hour or less, you can do it with 30 pounds of material and 1/6 of a horsepower. You don't need 3,000 pounds of material and 50 or 100 horsepower.
Streamlining of bicycles is not a new idea. At the turn of the century, bicycle racing was very popular and everyone wanted to go faster. Many approaches to raising top speeds by reducing wind resistance were tried. One way, called motorcycle pacing, became a popular attraction, but didn't last. Streamlining was still very experimental. In 1915, a patent was granted for a streamlined shell to cover a regular bicycle. Oscar Egg broke many existing records with his designs for streamlined bicycles, and in 1933, a Frenchman broke more records using his recumbent bicycle. All this activity had no effect on the bicycle industry, however, because the powerful International Cycling Federation refused to recognize any records achieved through streamlining. Progress stopped. Until 1974, that is, when two engineers in Southern California independently built streamlined bikes. World-class cyclist Ron Scarron rode one of these bikes to a new record, but again the Cycling Federation refused to recognize it. In frustration, the engineers founded the International Human-Powered Vehicle Association to sanction streamlined vehicle records. And suddenly, progress was in style again. Since 1975, through 8 championships, an ever-widening array of vehicles have turned out, setting records every year. In pursuit of speed, designers have tried everything, from the ridiculous to the awesome. Space-age materials, new rider positions, the best science can muster. The main event is the 200-meter dash from a flying start. Vehicles accelerate down the straightaway to their top speed and are timed through 200-meter traps. Muscles strain, sweat pours out. Technology gives way to supreme athletic effort. This is work. In 1980, a team called Vector set the pace as their single-rider tricycle reached almost 59 miles an hour. The two-man version of the Vector went 63 miles an hour. Those records remain unbroken. In 1982, a scrappy last-minute entry from England called Bluebell became the fastest HPV on 2 wheels, 51.919 miles an hour. In the velodrome races, HPVs really show their stuff. The Vector covers 4,000 meters, about 2.5 miles, in 4 minutes 5 seconds, almost a full minute better than the fastest unstreamlined bicycle. But speed is not the only advantage of HPVs. In crashes, the shell protects the rider from injury. Despite several crashes at high-speed velocities during past championships, no one has been seriously hurt at an IHPVA event. Now the world is taking notice. College students have discovered in HPVs the perfect class project. From MIT came this 5-rider rocket. And engineers at Northeastern University tried the cigar-on-wheels approach. No records yet, but these students are serious. And the news media have a field day. The visuals grab the eye, the speeds add thrills, and it's all rounded out with important implications of a newfound efficiency. No wonder sponsors clamor for space on these high-speed billboards. With the championships finding a new home at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the event has really arrived as an American tradition. At Indy, human-powered vehicle speeds will rival those of the first automobiles to race there. Here come new records and an even wider forum for innovative genius.